trying to up merchandise sales. He's trying to up some other sales as well.
Well, the one thing he could do is get a better product on the field, on the court as well.
Exactly, that too.
That's the one thing. If you wanted to bring rich people in, you need to bring a better product in.
Right. So he need to try to word out. Let's try to get some of the wealthier Atlanteans in here, or Georgia people in here. I understand where you're coming from. It didn't sound racist, but it does rub some people the wrong way. That okay, what about some of the wealth here that's also in the black community of Atlanta?
What if Michael Jordan? What if Michael Jordan, owner of the Charlotte Hornets, wrote that same exact letter? Wrote the same exact letter.
You still get attacked like Bill Leverson too?
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
I bet he would.
Michael Jordan.
The way that this is
Michael,
right now, he'd still get attacked.
Michael Jordan would not get attacked. Michael Jordan would not get attacked nowhere near.
What?
Michael Jordan
would get attacked worse.
Michael Jordan would not get attacked because the way that this guy was like, oh shit, something's going to come up. I need to go ahead and get rid of my team. No, because Michael Jordan would hold on to his team.
You know why Michael Jordan get attacked worse? Oh, you're attacking your own people, Michael? You're attacking your own people? I bet you Michael get attacked worse.
But the thing was, y'all would think it's racist when it wasn't racist.
No, but
there's a thing.
Still be an outcry.
So just because a black guy used the word, some of the black people that come into here don't spend money, or we're attracting the wrong type of black people, they would murder him for saying what they think is the truth in their business model.
It's not what he's saying. It's how he should have said it. He's like, listen, let's try to get some of the wealthier crowd in here. Let's try to get not the white and black.
But maybe he didn't want to attract all wealthy white people. Maybe he just wanted to attract me to a game.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
Do I want to go to a game where there's all hip hop music, stuff like this going on, everybody trying to pump up the crowd in a black version way? I don't mind it. But we're just talking about as a normal white folk in Georgia. Mind you, there's many other places than just Atlanta these people come from to travel to these games. Athens is right down the road from Atlanta, the home of the Bulldogs. A lot of them college kids want to go to a game. But with that, with somebody like, would a regular white person want to go to a game where they would feel uncomfortable? He's not just talking about rich white money. He's just talking about white people in general, where they would feel comfortable bringing their kids to a game. That's what he was talking about in trying to draw it up. He was trying to make a better business effort into bringing those type of people, the white families and white communities, to the game. That's all he was trying to do, and everybody blew it out. It was racial remarks.
Well, you know what
it wasn't just about rich white. It wasn't just about rich white money or rich black money.
Well, you know what I would have did instead of writing that email? I would have went to those communities as the owner to those communities and try to say, hey, what can we do, and get their opinion. What can we do to get you to this game?
So then you want to hear it. You want to hear the exact same thing he wrote in that email from a white person that lives.
Well, he won't have to write an email, but he had their
that lives in the
on
suburbs.
His head that he know what he needs.
It's going to be exactly what they told him.
But that way, it won't be in the email. He hears it from them.
But that's going to be.
But we won't.
But
see
he
this
still
email.
has to communicate. But he still has
to
to communicate it with other people, and he has to email people that he can't just have a face-to-face meeting with. This email, them blowing this email, they blew the email out of proportion. They made it a racist thing when it was nowhere even close to being racist, and you made the man get rid of his team because we're so conscious and we're so wary of whatever we say now that we got to worry about every single thing that gets written, said, tweeted, Facebook, every single thing now. We have gotten so wussified by you can't say anything anymore because it'll be screwed as racist. It'll be screwed as insensitive. It'll be screwed as sexist. It'll be skewed some way. Everything somebody said. Bill Simmons can't even say nothing about the godforsaken commissioner of the NFL without getting suspended. Because we're so damn sensitive about every damn thing. You know, right? Bill Simmons, I may not like you on a lot of things, but you're absolutely freaking right. The good part is nobody can suspend me. But he is absolutely right on every single thing he said about it. But because we are so bitchy and uptight about every single thing right now that anybody says, this guy had to sell part of his team because of what he wrote in the email. An email that was wrote how many years ago?
2 years.
Exactly. 2 years ago. That no one would even, the thing was, it wouldn't have even got out. 2 years ago, this thing would have never even got out. But he himself took it upon himself because he knew how much everybody's so wussified about any type of comics you make about anything now that he was like, you know what, let me go. Let me go ahead, get this done before anything gets said about it. Because he didn't want that black eye upon himself. I'm not talking about did he say what he say was right, did what he say was wrong, anything like that. To me, it wasn't wrong. To me, it could, like you said, it could have been worded different. But to me, it did not in one single iota come off as racist.
No, it ain't come off.
It came off to me as a businessman wanting to know how to better his business. What Donald Sterling did was a racist as a motherfucker. That was racist. If you base everything that happens and you just compare it the way he does, that should be the comparison. That should be when we get pissed off is when something like that happens.
Yeah.
Not because somebody just writes the letters BLACK in an email. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you.
But we are so god dang sensitive about every single mother effing thing that gets said now. That we can't say anything. I can't even say my partner is black.
They're gonna get you in trouble
without getting heat because it's
yeah, we got a point there.
It's ridiculous.
They are oversensitive.
It just business world, that kind of shit in general, in every day. We went to the basketball court the other day. Now this kid was being an idiot. We went to the basketball court all day, and he said the N-word like continuously, and he was country white, if y'all know what I mean. But I'll give Cortez credit, didn't say nothing, anything, just whooped him playing basketball, and that's all Cortez needed to do. But stuff like that comes to show me the ignorance of some people. People like that, I guess all of a sudden is what makes everybody sensitive. But it should be people like that make people sensitive to what gets said around, and not people like a partial owner of the Atlanta Hawks writing black in an email. That's the kind of shit you should get offended by, which I know you got offended because I could see it in your face. But I know you didn't want to do anything because, well, number one, you thought he was a kid. This dude had to be over 18, so I'd have not worried about it because I'd have handled the little dude. But I'm just saying, shit like that is what we should get pissed off about. That people can just run their mouth about whatever, but that's society now. But a dude doing that in the place that he's been positioned as, saying what he was trying to say from a business model aspect and everything. I think we got into this to this before on another one. But like I said, I didn't find it racist at all. Other people may have found it racist. That's because y'all have gotten too damn sensitive. Ever since the Donald Sterling thing came out, everybody's gotten way too sensitive about shit. If you say what Donald Sterling said, then I can see you getting sensitive about it. But if you said what this dude said, I can't see you getting too sensitive about it because you really can't come away and say that the dude's a racist.
No, he's not.
Danny Ferry repeating other words that people have said to him about Luol Deng. But Danny, stupid enough to repeat the comments, but they were in email. Just saying. Stupid enough to write the comments in an email. and then apologizing for. But he put another source has told me, why is nobody going after the other source as being a racist prick? Why is it Danny Ferry is the racist prick? And the funny part is, as soon as somebody's called a racist prick, somebody else comes out and goes, yeah, I thought he was. He said this to me back into the day. Danny Ferry was a fucking basketball player. Sometimes when you're playing a sport where it's a predominantly one race, you try to do your best to fit in. Just talking from slight experience. You try to do your best to fit in with whatever group your people are around because you do not want to feel left out. Danny may have said some shit back in the day, but I guarantee you everybody on that basketball court said some shit back in the day. I guarantee you Larry Bird said some shit on the basketball court back in the day that people now would throw a hissy fit about. But it just comes to show the difference in how everybody reacts about stuff now. But that's it. That's just one dude's opinion.
That's just Mr. Carter. All right. Well, we did get the apology there. We'll close out the rest of the set here. Phil Jackson.
And good for him for
forgive me.
Yeah. Well, Luol Deng was going to forgive him no matter what because he already came out and said he does not think Danny Ferry was a racist. He was repeating what somebody else had told him. He would have liked to know who the other person was that told him that. The other person that told him that probably was Dan Gilbert. Because we all know Dan Gilbert's an idiot. But I'm not saying it. I'm just making a joke. Don't take it seriously. Because we all know Dan Gilbert's an idiot and says some stupid-ass shit. Just ask LeBron. But, yeah, good on them.
All right. Another media day. Phil Jackson is already putting pressure on Derek Fisher and his coaching staff and predicts that the Knicks will make the playoffs. We'll see about that.
Phil smoking that shit.
The Kings, Sacremento Kings, also had media day. This is their 30th season. They opened up in 1985, and they got some history going on here. Sim Bular, who is the New Mexico State center in college, he's trying to be the first player of Indian descent to make the team.
Oh,
they signed
shit.
to a contract.
Here comes this racist stuff.
So, shout out to him. He's 7'5", 330 some pounds.
Big motherfucker. The big ass. Yeah, he's big as fuck.
Yeah, he ended up dropping 30 pounds.
He had to.
Yeah, he had to. So the guy played in Salisbury, Pennsylvania, Humpton Prep in West Virginia.
His knees will be shot in 2 years.
Hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully, he lose some weight here. I said freshman year he had about 10 points a game. He did the same thing.
He was consistent.
7, 8 rebounds. So he actually made DeMarcus Cousins look like. I want to say if you ever see me and Kevin stand next to each other, that's probably about the best visual I can give you. I'm 5'11". Kevin's about 6'3", 6'4".
He's tall.
Yeah,
this dude's tall.
Basically, so it's funny how you make DeMarcus Cousins, who is also 6'10".
He can dwarf Shaq.
Yeah. So
that's how tall this dude is.
So hopefully, it'll be interesting here because the owner for the Sacramento Kings is also Indian. So this is pretty cool for him to do that, and we'll see if he can make the team. And they believe there's a lot of talent underway coming from India. So if this guy can make the team, he can be a stepping stone like we had our freaking international player did before.
Yeah.
So Yao Ming came over, and as you see, there's more talent coming in as the Asian descent. So kudos to this guy for taking a big step, and hopefully you see some Indians over there that's like, you know what? I want to be like Sim and start playing basketball. He's originally from Toronto. He's originally from Toronto.
Of course they are. Most people.
Well, I'm just saying he's more like
he's of Indian descent. That means his parents were Indian, but most of them
Americanized.
But most of them moved to like Asian has big gigantic culture in Canada.
Right.
So is Indians. They all moved to Canada and stuff. And that's where they all stay at.
Yeah. So hopefully he impresses the coach and see if he can make a squad. If not, then he can make. A lot of these teams, they have NBDL teams that they can send a player to develop themselves.
Oh yeah.
So
and by the way, I'm not on Skype today.
Kevin's not. He's actually here. He was supposed to be in Orlando. So
because if I was on Skype, Cortez wouldn't have let me ramble on about Atlanta. Then my phone probably would have died.
Yeah. Spurs also sticking to the whole theme of their media day was sticking to the live in the moment philosophy.